Welcome back and thank you for staying with News Center. Now this morning, the Heals for Pads team is meeting teen mothers at Nyeri Town Municipal Hall to educate them on menstrual health hygiene and equipping them with life skills. The program aims at ending period poverty among the teenagers and young mothers. Clement Masombo is speaking to experts who explain the challenges girls have been facing in accessing sanitary pads. Clement, good morning. Over to you.
Well, good morning to you, Ashley. Indeed, the Heals for Pads team is in Nyeri Town today to speak to teenagers and young mothers. And the program, remember, aims at reducing poverty among teenagers and young mothers, and also to address some of the challenges that they have been facing throughout their life. And this morning, I want to speak to some of the experts and the program proprietors to get their views on what they have collected so far and what they feel that should be the right way of addressing some of these challenges. Thank you so much for joining us, Monica, this morning. How far are you in terms of reaching out to teenagers and young mothers across the country or the regions that you have been visiting so far?
Thank you very much for having me. We've been in operation for the last 4 years. And so far, we have been able to reach about 20,459 girls and young women across the country. And Nyeri is our county 15. So we are here from Monday. This is our final day. And we've been reaching and promoting menstrual hygiene practices and also talking to girls about, life skills, communication, and reminding them they have the power to rewrite their story regardless of where they come from. So, yes, super excited to be here. Yeah.
And perhaps even as you speak to these young girls and young mothers, what are some of the main challenges or problems that you have been able to cite as you interact with them?
Poverty levels, as you would have it, poverty at a household level. It means that girl is not able to ask a parent for a pair of sanitary pads. So that's what's coming out clear, that girls either go for unhygienic alternatives like, a piece of cloth, a mattress. But right now, as Heals for Pads, we are giving them sustainable, reusable pad dignity kit that is going to last them for the next 2 years. We are also coupling that up with education and life skills mentorship that empowers them and affirms them that they have the power within themselves to reach their full potential. Yeah.
And where do you have the highest prevalence in terms of such cases? Is it in urban areas or in rural areas that you have been visiting across the country?
I think slums across the country, whether it's urban or peri-urban or rural slums, the message is clear. It's poverty, and so girls are not able to ask their parents or guardians for sanitary materials or products. So that's been a pattern. So I can't say it's more concentrated in the urban area because even here in Nyeri we have seen that because as of today we are in Majengo, so we are meeting some of the moms from Majengo, and that's the story. They don't have money for sanitary pads. Yeah.
And lastly, perhaps as a stakeholder in this sector, what do you think is the best way to address some of these issues among the teenagers and young mothers?
Partnerships. So we are here because of the Department of Gender, Sports, Youth and Social Services. So we reached out to them. They did the mobilization for us. So we have been able to understand what are the needs at the local level, and by that we are able to respond and also offer mentorship and offer more bespoke messaging when it comes to promotion of menstrual hygiene. So that's been one thing. Stakeholders and coming together as a collective, because I believe period poverty is not one person's thing, and we have to come together to collectively address towards achieving menstrual equality. Yeah.
And perhaps maybe how many girls are you targeted to reach out to across Nyeri County, and what will they be benefiting from?
So since Monday, we have been to about 5 sub-counties, that is Tetu, Kieni East, Kieni West, Nyeri Central, Mukurweini, and we have been able to reach out 2,000 girls and young moms across the county, the bigger county of Nyeri, and they're getting a dignity kit that has components of reusable pads, detergent from Omo. We also have soap. We also have panties for the girls. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Of course, that is Monica Mohoya, one of the stakeholders and partners in this program that they have been running across the country. And so far, they have reached out to over 22,000 girls across the country, and they are targeting to reach out to even more. And of course, just promoting and ensuring that they highlight some of the challenges that girls face during menstrual health, menstrual health, of course, when that period comes for girls. And of course, in Nyeri County, they are targeting to reach out to more than 2,000 girls, and of course, giving them some of those packs that they say are of benefits to them. And of course, we shall also be speaking to some of the beneficiaries here and other stakeholders on board to get to hear more of what they are how they are planning to address some of these challenges that girls normally face. Over to you, Ashley.
Thank you so much, Clement Masombo, for that. Now from Nyeri, let's head to Siaya, where embattled Siaya Deputy Governor William Odwall returned to his